I'm Khan for The Developer Show. This is your weekly update on the coolest developer news from Google. Starting in Android land, StudioBot is an AI-powered coding assistant that can be accessed in Android Studio. It's powered by AI and understands natural language, so you can ask development questions in your own words. StudioBot has now expanded to over 170 countries and territories in the Canary release channel of Android Studio. Check out the Android Developers blog post for how you can get started with StudioBot. Over in Go, we're fixing for loops. If you've written any amount of Go code, you've probably made the mistake of keeping a reference to a loop variable past the end of its iteration, at which point it takes on a new value that you didn't want. For Go 1.22, we plan to change for loops to make these variables have per iteration scope instead of per loop scope. Compile your code with Go experiment equals loop bar is set in your environment, and the new semantics will be applied to all loops. Check out the Go blog post for example code. Hopping over to the open source world, Logica is a logic programming language designed for intuitive and efficient data manipulation. So for all you data folks watching, we're excited to announce a new release of Logica that adds support for PostgreSQL. If you already use Postgres, we encourage you to give Logica a try. Check out the blog post to learn more. And finally, a bonus story for you. Google Search turned 25. A lot has changed when it comes to the development space, but one thing has remained constant. Whether you're stuck on a problem, reading documentation, learning about new technology, or figuring out the best tech stack for your project, Search has been a helpful tool in getting your questions answered. Head over to the Google for Developers blog post to see some of the interesting things developers like you have looked up over the years. My personal favorite is how to center a div, but it's totally not because I can relate or anything like that. To learn more about all of this week's stories, make sure to check the description box below for all the links. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, keep on building. I'm Khan for The Developer Show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.